Hi, everyone. Welcome to Girls on the Run of Northern Virginia's Joyful Journeys interview series. I'm Ashley Conrad, Girls on the Run of Northern Virginia's engagement manager, and I'm here with Sammy, who I'll let introduce herself.
Hello, I am Sammy. I am the communications coordinator at Girls on the Run of Northern Virginia. And as you can see, we have another special guest with us today. We have our executive director, Caroline Woods, to give us the inside scoop of what you can expect on our interview series this season. So, Caroline, if you want to introduce yourself as well.
Alrighty, so I'm Caroline Woods, as Sammy said. I am thrilled to be here. I'm the executive director. I have been with Girls on the Run about 3.5 years now. So really excited to kick off this series and get ready for this season.
Wonderful. Well, first up, we want to just kind of talk about Joyful Journeys, the interview series itself. Caroline, what are you most excited for as we chat with a new woman in our GOATR community every week?
So I think it's really exciting that we're going to be meeting all these different powerful women in our community and how it follows along with the curriculum. So you'll notice in the series that each interview that we're doing is going to go along with a theme that the girls are actually experiencing throughout the season. So it's really great that we can tie that together. Also really excited to hear from the women in our community about how they are excited to see what the girls are learning throughout this season as well. We'll be talking with GOATR coaches, one of the nation's most inspirational teachers, and the biggest celebrity in Girls on the Run community, and lots more. So stay tuned.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Caroline, so much for that introduction to the Joyful Journeys interview series. Sammy and I are going to be your guides throughout the journey. We'll be hosting the interview series as we go along. But right now, I want to dive into week one. As we speak, girls and their coaches across Northern Virginia have met for the very first time at practice last night and practice tonight and over the next few days. And all of us here not only work for GOATR, but we coach as well. And there is some real magic in those first couple practices. And so we're just really excited to highlight week one, what it is like for a team to come together and start learning about each other and bonding for the first time.
Yeah, I just had my first practice, and we actually have a couple of participants on our team who don't go to our school. So it was really interesting to just see these two people. Sure, they all live in the same community, but they haven't had a chance to meet before. And it was just great to see them come in and just jump right in and make a bunch of new friends today.
That is so awesome. And yeah, when I've coached in the past, same thing. I coach at a school and it's awesome to see the girls from that school, but also from the community come out and join the team and start forming those new friendships. And as a coach, it's just so exciting to meet the girls and just dive into the curriculum as well. So Caroline, I have a question for you. So what has week one of Girls on the Run meant to you, both as our fearless leader and also as a coach leading teams in our community?
Well, to take it from the fearless leader part, it's just so exciting to see all the work that has been going on behind the scenes from the team in the office, such as Ashley, such as Sammy and Jamie and Catherine and Andrea and Megan. All the hard work that has been going on throughout the summer while everybody else has been on vacation. The team has been working incredibly hard to get ready for this season. So to see all the fruits of their labor come to fruition is really amazing. So excited for that. But then just as both you and Sammy said, I mean, the excitement and the joy that is in the girls' faces when they come to the first practice. I had mine this morning. They were literally jumping for joy. The energy and the enthusiasm was palpable. It always leaves me excited for the rest of the day. It gives me energy for the rest of the day. And I know it's not about me, but it is really incredible to see the joy that is in their faces. And it was really awesome, as Sammy was saying too, we actually have a couple of people on our team from another school as well. And so while the veterans from the program are excited to see each other and welcome new people, it's really incredible to see them actually welcome people from other communities as well. And that's really, I think, at the core of Girls on the Run. Today's theme was connection, and we were connecting across the team itself, but then connecting outside the school as well. And just really excited to see them make those initial connections with the people from outside of school and allow them to have new friends that they might not have had outside of Girls on the Run.
That is so awesome. Being on a team is definitely, it's impactful for everyone. I mean, I definitely see positive changes that it's made in my life. What about you, Caroline? How has being on a team impacted you?
Sure. So for those of you who aren't aware, the Girls on the Run follows a curriculum, and every single session has a different theme. Today's theme, as I mentioned before, was connection. And so while we are called Girls on the Run, there's much more to it than actually the running or the physical activity component. And so we're talking about different themes that go on. I have to say, and I know many coaches will say this, and as a coach and as the executive director, I feel like I get as much, if not more, out of the program than the girls. There are certain topics such as negative and positive self-talk, emotions that they're not good or bad emotions, but just maybe more uncomfortable or comfortable emotions, or finding balance in our lives. These are all themes that really resonate with me as an adult, and hopefully they're resonating just as, not the same, but they're resonating equally as importantly with the girls as well. So I would say this program has such an incredible impact on the youth we are serving, but also as the adults who are participating in the program as coaches, as volunteers. And it's really helped me just be a stronger individual, me being a more confident adult, and more of a team player than maybe I ever was before. So I'm very grateful to be a part of this program.
Yeah, that's such a good point. And while you were talking, I know, touching on that, I get so much out of it as an adult. How often do we hear from adults? I wish that Girls on the Run existed back when I was a girl, because it would have been totally up my alley. I've been describing Girls on the Run as I'm out at back to school nights, meeting with families at schools with teams getting started, and I describe it as 1/2 run club, 1/2 girl power club. And it is just so exciting to, like you said, see everything come together. And, if you want to join us in this journey, do it. Come volunteer with us this season, get involved. And speaking of that, I'll tailor that into my next question, Caroline. Are there any surprises, any big exciting news, announcements, inside scoop for this upcoming season that our community here can be aware of and get involved with?
Sure. Well, first and foremost, as some of you might have seen, the big announcement yesterday is that we are hosting a mini golf tournament. It is our first family-friendly event that we've had since COVID. So we invite our entire GOATer community out, whether you are a participant in your family or the coaches in your family, or just someone who's interested in supporting Girls on the Run. We invite you to join us for that mini golf tournament. You can find out more on our website, so gotrnova.org. And there is a page for the golf tournament where you can purchase your tickets, or if you're interested in becoming a sponsor of one of our holes or the other sponsorship opportunities, we invite you to join us there. Also really exciting, of course, at the end of every season, we have our 2 5Ks. One will be in Dulles Town Center and one will be in Arlington. And we are just excited. That's one of my favorite parts of the season is seeing the joy and sense of accomplishment in the participants' faces as they cross that finish line. It really is truly inspirational. And I think anybody that is at that finish line can agree with that. So we invite you out to our 5Ks as well. And then the other thing is looking forward to hearing from the participants and the teams about their community impact projects. So that's one thing that a lot of people don't know that is part of Girls on the Run, is that each team designates a community project that they do. The participants come up with the idea completely on their own. It's something that has to be done during practice. And they come up with the most creative and impactful and thoughtful projects. And it's really neat to see what they decide as a team. And it is participant driven, not the coaches. We do not get involved in the decision making. And so it's just really wonderful, again, to see that teamwork come together.
Awesome. Well, Caroline, thank you so much for joining Sammy and I today. We will be back next week with an interview with one of the nation's most inspirational teachers, who happens to be from right here in Fairfax. So we're so lucky to be joined by her. And we hope that, you guys tune in every week to see who we're interviewing next from our GOTR community, and learning about how you can get involved and support the girls as they work through the curriculum and, as we say, glow and grow throughout this season.
Thanks, Ashley and Sammy, so much for having me.